Right now, breaking news on News Channel 8.
A horrific, deadly crash on I-275 in Tampa. Tampa police tell 8 on your side the victim is one of their own. If you take a look here, you can see a large response from law enforcement officers as first responders work the scene.
And just 1 hour ago, Eagle 8 HD captured this, a massive police motorcade as the Tampa ambulance made its way to the medical examiner's office. 8 on your side, we have a crew there as dozens of police officers gathered to remember their fallen colleague.
Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Avery Cotton.
And I'm David Espinosa Hall. This happened right around 1 o'clock this Tuesday morning, and it still has 275 near Hillsborough Avenue shut down. And 8 on your side, we have team coverage.
Beth Rousseau is live with more on the victims involved in this crash. But first, we hand it over to Marco Villarreal, live at Seminole Heights Baptist Church this morning. So, Marco, what do we know here? This is absolutely devastating.
It really is, and right now we are waiting to hear from Chief Dugan himself. He is expected to speak here and tell us more about the crash that did end up leaving one officer dead. And here's what we know so far as we show you some scenes of the crash right after it happened earlier this morning around 1 o'clock. We know that it involved at least one white sedan and a Tampa police cruiser, and that this all happened on I-275 northbound just past the Hillsborough Avenue exit. Law enforcement has shut down 275 in both directions between East Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and East Sly Avenue, and we are expecting this section of the highway to be shut down most of the morning. Now, back out here live, we are waiting again to hear from Chief Dugan. We are at Seminole Heights Baptist Church. He is expected to speak out here within the next hour. We'll have more information for you about the crash and about this officer that lost his life this morning. Reporting live in Tampa, Marco Villarreal, 8 on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Marco. So let's go ahead and get a look at the current state of the road this morning.
Our very own Paul Lamison is up in Eagle 8 HD with that look. So, Paul, at this point, what are you seeing?
Hey, David. Good morning. Good morning, Avery. Here, we're over I-275 right now. The vehicles you're looking at are in the northbound lane of I-275. The crash scene is up here. It is in the middle of the roadway, and the TPD cruiser is off on the side of the roadway. You see, investigators have been up and down this roadway all morning, looking and investigating and doing what they can to try to figure out how this crash happened. Now, I'm going to move the camera out and show you there's some more officers in the middle of the roadway here, but the road is shut down for this whole entire way, all the way up to Sly Avenue right up here. That's going to cause a lot of headaches for traffic in the morning, and Deanne King will have more for you in traffic. Back to you.
Paul, thank you for that look. Now, in a touching tribute to the fallen officer, law enforcement, they welcomed the motorcade at the Hillsborough County Medical Examiner's office.
And 8 on your side's Beth Rousseau is live there this morning with more on what we know about the people involved in this crash. Good morning, Beth.
Good morning, Avery. A truly touching and somber tribute out here this morning for this fallen officer. Now, we've really seen most of law enforcement clear out of here in the last 20 minutes or so. But if you take a look, you can see there is still one Tampa Police Department officer sitting guard outside the medical examiner's office. Now, if we go ahead and show you some video, you can see the massive law enforcement presence out here. And you can also see the motorcade leading in this ambulance with the officer's body inside of it. You can see the two motorcycles pull in the ambulance right after that, and then the ambulance pulls up to the loading dock here, and the body is unloaded, draped in an American flag. Really a breathtaking moment, not to mention you've got the law enforcement officers saluting as that ambulance pulls in to honor this fallen officer. The other thing I want you to notice is just the sheer mass of law enforcement officers that are out here lining the streets, truly flashing lights as far as the eye could see. Honor and respect for this fallen officer. Of course, we're working to learn more on who this officer is as we move throughout the morning. If you come back out here live, though, you can see that patrol car out here again, standing guard at the medical examiner's office. That patrol car will stay out here, we're told, for just about as long as the body is here at the medical examiner's office. We're going to be out here throughout the morning learning more about this officer and those horrific moments leading up to that crash. We'll bring them to you right here on air and at WFLA.com. We're live in Tampa this morning. Beth Rousseau, 8 on your side.
Wow, stunning video of that tribute there to the fallen officer. All lanes of 275 have been shut down while this crash is investigated and cleared.
Let's find out right now how to get around everything. So Deanne King is joining us. Deanne, what are those workarounds?
Well, there are several, especially being that the northbound and southbound lanes are shut down. This is a live look right near Hillsborough Avenue. They're just showing you all that, yes, it is still shut down at this hour. Now, your easiest alternate route, we all know when one interstate shuts down, just head on over to the other one. I-75 is really just the easiest way to kind of get around this and avoid everything that's happening. But check this out. This is a live look at Sly Avenue. Your southbound detour for folks who typically travel southbound on I-275. Get off on Bush. I know some folks might be saying, why not get off on Sly? That's because you're going to be in this bumper-to-bumper traffic while everybody else gets off on Sly. Get off on Bush, head southbound on Florida Avenue. That'll get you around that southbound lane closure. Northbound-wise, go ahead and get off at Florida, Nebraska, as opposed to Hillsborough, and head north on Nebraska Avenue. I'll send it back over to you.
All right, Dee, thank you. And we will be following this story throughout the morning on air and online. You can download our free WFLA app for all the information, and you can head there for the latest developments as we get them. The time is 4:36, developing overnight in Clearwater. Police now searching for whoever shot into a car last night, injuring 4 people. And this shooting happened near a busy intersection. 8 on your side's Nico Clemens joins us live at US 19 and Drew Street with what we know about this. Good morning.
Hey, Avery, so the shooting happened near this intersection around 9:30 last night, but investigators are still here processing the scene, collecting evidence. Police tell 8 on your side, someone inside a black Nissan Altima started shooting at another car. 4 people, again, were inside that car, all rushed to the hospital. Police aren't sure where this really started, but they say it ended up, again, near this intersection in front of the Cane's furniture store. Part of Drew Street remains closed right now. They just removed some yellow tape, so they could wrap up here soon, but again, been out here for several hours. And this is an area that sees tons of traffic throughout the day.
This is a very busy intersection. 19 and Drew is one of the busiest intersections in the street, so we could have had an even bigger calamity out here. You know, right now our thoughts are with the 4 victims and their families, but it could have been even worse.
So Clearwater police don't believe the shooting was random at all. Again, they're searching for a black Nissan Altima with faded paint on the hood, and right now there's no update on the 4 people who were shot late last night. Live in Clearwater, I'm Nico Clemens, 8 on your side.
Thank you, Nico. Time is 4:37, and here are more of your top stories on this Tuesday. We are working to learn more information about the condition of a driver thrown from the Howard Franklin Bridge straight into Tampa Bay during a car crash. 3 cars were involved in this crash. The driver thrown into the bay was pulled out of the water and taken to the hospital. More Tampa bars have lost their ability to sell you alcohol. Club Sky, McDinton's, and Club Prana all have a multiple-day suspension for violating COVID-19 protocols. The Ritz, Ybor, and King Corona cigars avoided any alcohol sales suspension. The CDC has some new rules and guidelines in place for those who have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Those rules say it's okay for those people to gather together without masks or social distancing, a sure sign that things are getting back to normal. With that, we're going to turn things over to Max Offender 8's Lee Span. It's kind of a chilly start.
Yeah, just like yesterday, we got that cool breeze here at 4:38. It's 51 degrees in Newport Richey, but clearly that breeze coming out of the northeast. So you probably need not only some long sleeves, maybe even a jacket to kind of break the wind from you. 53 degrees at 8 a.m., but no jackets needed and full sunglasses by noon. We have a faster warm-up today. 71 degrees at noon. 76 degrees at 4 p.m. Certainly a T-shirt will do during the afternoon. It's a get outside kind of day, unless, of course, you're an allergy sufferer. Oak, juniper, and nettle, boy, we're going to stay in the high category for the next 4 days. But the humidity stays in the pleasant category for the next few days as well, especially through Thursday. Even next week as it begins to build, it's not enough to even make it too bad out there. So enjoy a nice long stretch of beautiful spring weather. Now let's check in with traffic on the 8th. I know there's a lot going on this morning, unfortunately.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. We're still going to start with this live look at this breaking news we've been bringing to you so far this morning. A deadly officer-involved crash here involving a Tampa police officer. This is a live look, I-275 right at Hillsborough Avenue. The north and southbound lanes of 275 are shut down. This is going to cause a mess this morning. It already has already, and we can see that here indicated on our maps. The biggest alternate route is going to be, or the most convenient, I should say, is I-75, but I know a lot of folks might have destinations closer to 275. So here are a couple of your alternate routes. Your southbound detour, get off on Bush Boulevard. You can head south on Florida Avenue until you're able to hop back onto 275. And then your northbound detour, get off on Flora, Nebraska, head north on Nebraska Avenue. Now, I do want to head on up to Paul Lamison in Eagle 8 HD. Now, Paul, can you help me out here and tell folks when they'll be able to get back onto 275? What are you seeing from your vantage point?
Hey, Deanne, this investigation is still in full swing. You see everybody still out going over the crash scene. There's one of the vehicles. You see all the investigators out here trying to figure this out. And this will be here for probably most of the morning, if not the whole morning commute. So your best bet is listen to Deanne. And if you're at home now, you need to stop, listen, and avoid I-275 north and south at Hillsborough near Sly, because it's going to be shut down and your morning commute's going to have to change if you rely on this road. So, Deanne, it's important to keep track and to listen to you, because today is going to be a pretty busy morning. Back to you.
All right. Thanks for that, Paul.
In much lighter news, thank you so much for waking up with us each morning. And for that, we're giving you the chance to win an official mug. So we're giving away 8 mugs each and every day. Just go to WFLA.com/morningmug to enter. The contest, it resets every day. So make sure you enter every day for your best chance to win. Every morning, we're going to announce the winners in our 6:30 a.m. half hour. Well, the trial against Derek Chauvin hits pause. You're going to hear what George Floyd's family has to say about everything. Then, a second drive-through vaccine site in Manatee County, it opens up. We're going to show you where it is and how many doses it will give out. And even more people can start using those vaccine sites starting next week. We're going to break down the big announcement from the governor. On this Tuesday, you're watching News Channel 8 Today.